galaxy is burning. Brother fights brother, and treason splits the Imperium of man. This is the Age of Darkness. Welcome to the Remembrancers retreat, coming to you from within the depths of the Vengeful Spirit.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Remembrancers Retreat, a Warhammer 30k Horus Heresy podcast. My name is Jesse. I'm here today with Michael.
Hey.
And Will.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Seeing it's near the end of the year, we're doing a little year-end review. So I typed in Horus Heresy on Warcom, scrolled all the way back to January, and there was a lot. Like,
yeah, what were we saying? At
like
over
crap.
Hundreds, right?
It was mind-blowing.
Like, they talked a lot about Heresy on Warcom this year, and I loved every bit of it, gotta say. But there are definitely some highlights, and I think we're going to touch on some of those, right?
So, like I said, we're going to go chronologically from early in January and work our way through. And I got the screen up here, so we'll just go through and talk about highlights. And the first bit of the year, we have Jagatai Khan on pre-order, which
Starting strong.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was the last Primarch to be released, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The fastest Primarch, but the slowest to be released.
Which I find it kind of interesting that they, cranked out all the Primarchs in time for the second edition.
Yeah.
Spoilers, obviously.
Yeah.
But that kind of feels right. I wonder if that was intended or not.
Yeah.
But
Makes you wonder.
Mm-hmm. And as we're going through, we had the Horus Heresy Exemplary Battles. This one with the Dark Angels and Death Guard.
Continuing from...
Yep. Oh, that's when we had check that out. What day was that? Hold on, I don't have my glasses on me to see the day.
It was 17th of January.
But the Adeptus Titanicus, the new Warhound Scout, Direwolf. Yeah, that was a big day, man. That Direwolf people, they were. Some people were content, like they were like, I hate this. I feel like you either loved it or hated
absolutely.
it. I love the idea of the way its legs are designed to where it can like crouch behind, cover being like an entire building or hillside, and then pounce up and snipe with its cannon and then crouch back down like a little sniper sort of thing, right?
I love that it's a little tiny Titan with a big gun. It looks so cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very Warhammer,
Yes.
right?
It's like, what if we put a carapace weapon on a Warhound?
Right.
Yeah.
And I personally love that little thing. Need to get Austin Stephen on here to talk about it. I don't know if they have a model of it or not, but they need to play it.
I need one for Solaria. I feel like they would work perfect in Legio Solaria since, we're all about the Warhounds.
Yep. Yeah.
Then moving on to late January, they revealed Kabanda.
Oh, that's right. Dang, what a wild model, huh?
It's a big guy.
He was huge.
That was I remember staying up super late for that one. Because we knew something big was coming, and is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? And it was Kabanda,
and I mean it was literally
cool.
It was physically big. Yeah, it's physically a big model, but it was not the big reveal that everybody was hoping.
Because by this point we knew second edition was coming. We just didn't know when. Right?
Sure.
We knew. Well, I think the leaks had already come out by then, right?
And just general, the way things were going. It's like something's brewing, something sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, but I think you're right. There was talk of second edition for sure. But
by that point, there were enough rumors all saying the same thing from different sources that it was pretty accepted that it was coming.
The convergence.
For sure. Definitely.
And then in February, Black Library Celebration 2022, Dominion Zaphon, and the other guy,
Fafnir
Ron.
Well, I knew it started with an F, and my mind just went blank.
Yeah.
I saw your eyes shifting back and forth in your picture there. So I was like, oh.
Two beautiful plastic character models.
Yeah. Absolutely.
plastic.
I mean, and these character models have been used for so many different
things.
conversions. Like they're excellent bases for just a whole lot of characters, dude.
Oh,
So
and we had another exemplary battle.
definitely. Oh yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, Will.
Who is this from? Oh no, that's fine. Oh, this is my Ultramarine boys. Yeah, the Nemesis. Yeah, and I don't even remember who was released with them. If
I think it
anybody.
was just them, but
I think so.
I've been waiting for some way to run a destroyer company as an excuse to use them, because that'd be cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it was revealed in early February, and then like 2 weeks later, then the pre-order for those guys came out, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I gotta say, to touch back on that, it was a really solid launch for these quote Black Library character models, and I really hope that it was so well received that GW is like, okay, well, we're definitely gonna do more of these, because I would love to see more of these like secondary or tertiary characters
in plastic
who are like sidekicks to other really cool people, but you still want to know more about them. I would love to see more of their models, right?
Yeah. Honestly, they're the ones who I really care about in the first place. The big name characters, whatever. It's fine. I get enough of them.
Yep. Then the Emperor's Children got the Sun Killers in their exemplary battle.
Oh,
much to the terror of everyone else who is facing down Laz Cannon Squadron.
In particular, the White Scars, who also featured in that exemplary battle.
What did the White Scars get? The Cataphract unit?
No. They had their destroyer equivalent who escort their
Dark
totally
Sons
not
of Death.
librarians around.
Oh, the Dark Sons of Death.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I can never remember the White Scar names.
That paint job is cool. I remember that now. Okay. Yeah.
Continuing on, moving on. Then we had at Adepticon reveal.
Oh, that was it.
That trailer.
Oh,
man. How many times did you all watch
At least
it? How many
a dozen times. I'm in bed. I got my phone out.
I feel like it, right? I would just be laying in bed some nights and like wake up and be like, I gotta watch
headphones on.
I know I'm a total nerd and it consumes my life when I'm doing that. Yeah. But it was so good.
You
man.
hear, put headphones on. You can hear the pounding of the Titan's legs. I was like, oh, it's so good.
After I moved, when I got a new TV that was much larger than what I previously had, it may or may not have been the first thing I watched.
Oh, I haven't even thought about doing that.
Right? And then there was a. I think
I've been watching it on my phone like a nerd.
And someone had upscaled on YouTube to like high def, like 4K at 60 FPS, and it was like, oh god,
so good.
Ooh.
So good.
All right,
so good. Then we got to finally see the Mark 6 Beakies.
And that's when it all begins, gentlemen.
Oh,
that's when it all. I tell you what, this is almost as bad as the day they shot Harambe. Okay, because people were divided. The internet was torn asunder, folks.
Over goddamn Mark 6 armor. What the fuck? Come on, people!
My gosh,
it looks great.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
I said it then. I say it now. Amazing models.
Admittedly, I don't use many of the beaks, but I do really like the kit. Goes together very nicely. The poses look natural, but it still keeps a good level of modularity. Still love that kit.
And exactly, there's enough modularity where you can change arms around and angle of heads and that kind of stuff to kind of different poses on these guys. I love this model.
Yeah, they take different arms really well. Like if you wanted to throw like I found sacrilege or not, but who cares? Some of the Primaris what's the assault intercessors? Chain swords. Yeah. Yeah, the chain swords work great. Yep. I'll find something else for the bolt pistols, but overall like it works out really well because it's scaled pretty darn close, and again, because of the natural posing of the Mark 6 bodies and the dynamic poses of the assault intercessors, it just goes together really, really.
Yeah.
Solid.
I've been throwing Mark III heads and shoulders on them, and it looks great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously later on we're going to see this, but a lot of these upgrade kits just look really good. There are a lot of really good upgrade kits for this particular kit that
They just
is
work.
yet to come.
Mhm.
But there are some guys, spoiler alert, there's some bummers too. There's some bad ones we're going to see.
I had the Horus Choose Your Legion quiz. I ended up with the Emperor's Children for some reason, and I still hadn't figured out how to get Dark Angels, but whatever.
I ended up with White Scars.
Huh.
So when I
Yeah.
chose the traitor option, I ended up with Night Lords, and when I chose the loyalist option, I ended up with Iron Hands. So I was like, fuck that. I'm going Ultramarines, baby.
I feel like I would have chosen Loyalist. How did I end up with Emperor's Children? Maybe that's what I remember. I don't know. It's been a while. Hard to believe that was all the way back in March.
Right?
I know.
Reveal of the trailers, then then the slow reveal of the different units, like the Tactical Squadron in its full glory, which was killer.
Raven Guard.
Yeah.
Then after that, they got their exemplary battle, and they got those Cataphracti Terminators.
The Deliverers.
Yeah.
And really cool narrative and theme behind these guys. You know, they spend time with the Justaran, and so they're the inverse colors of the Justaran, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And looking back, it's gives a player like Raven Guard player reason to use Cataphracti Terminators in the new box set to use them.
Oh, yeah. You know, I hadn't actually considered that until just now.
Hindsight just seems to make more and more sense.
I know Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, I think, is making a squad of these, or has made a squad of these, and they look awesome.
This was one of the first exemplary battles that I really loved, just because it was such a radically different take on what Raven Guard are,
For sure.
while still working well with their classic themes.
To really show people what they can do with their armies and not just be completely stuck in one niche or another.
Believe it or not, you can run Raven Guard as something other than Recon Company.
But why would you? When I mean, it's so cool getting to always go first, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then they showed off the plastic Praetors, which
Okay.
I was. I was really worried because it looked so unique, so monopose. I was really worried that there was not going to be a lot of conversion you can do with these, and the whole community just blew my mind away of all the cool ways people redid these Praetors.
Yeah. I personally, I think it has to do with the fact the main thing that they did right here was they did not mold the arms to the torsos.
Yep.
The arms are completely left off, and the shoulders, the capes, the backpack. You really just have the torso and the legs, and it's such an excellent base to work from.
The capes are separate.
Yes, the capes are separate and are designed that you could paint them separately to attach afterwards, and there's no seam lines you have to worry about. It's wild.
It was a really well done kit. I loved both of them, and like Jesse, my only concern is that they looked very unique and recognizable, and no, they're super customizable. I made a new Praetor for the new edition, and I used Sword Praetor as the base for it. And looks great, looks unique.
I used Sword Praetor for my Raven Guard Delegatus with his Nemesis Bolter. And I did like that blue-black on him. He looks pretty good, man. Like that Sword Praetor, it's a good body, good stance. A lot of room to work with.
And it also showed like a new step in the direction of heresy aesthetic. There's for me, as far as from the kits.
Yes.
It had, for me, it felt like a lot different art style than I'm used to, but I could get behind it. Like it was a little weird at first, but it was like when I had it in my hands, it's like, yeah, this actually looks
a little bit more high imperial and less.
I feel like I've been seeing that ever since at least the Blood Angels releases, though.
Like, yeah, I feel like that too, because you look at all the Praetor kits that have come out for all the
It's certainly not like a flip was switched.
Very much high Imperial or at least high Legion representation and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. I think they just wanted to make it very clear that these dudes are important as hell.
I think what it is they started
walking around looking that nice on a battlefield.
I think what it is they started letting Praetors actually look like Praetors.
Yeah.
Instead of line dudes with a lack of self-esteem issues.
Just a droopy, sad face all the time. Just
don't get me wrong, I love some of the old character models, but they look like maybe sergeants.
That's fair. Then we have the reveal of the plastic Spartan.
Ooh, the plastic Spartan.
And we're like, oh shit, are they gonna? Are they gonna? We've been asking for plastic rhinos for years, and then we're not going to show you a plastic rhino. We'll show you a plastic Spartan first. It's like, okay, we'll take that.
So wild.
And this is the one that Steven was convinced would not be in the starter box.
Yep, we still need to make him mow Jared's lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, oh man, what a great kit. I've not put mine together. I've seen all the other builds, though. Oh. And the fact that it comes with that little Mark II dude,
it's great,
as the driver is so
the
cool.
Mark II guys make me really excited. Like that whole body, that whole kit is super cool. And I've been using them to start putting on speeders, which has worked out.
I can't wait till they release Mark II
Tacticals.
Yes. That's going to be great, right? For like an Iron Warriors or Dark Angel players. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you better believe it, baby.
Yeah. I want to do some White Scars in Mark II.
That'd
be good.
Yes.
But you know what else was a great kit?
What's that?
Contemptor Dreadnought.
Oh, yeah. Out of nowhere. I did put one of those together recently.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
No longer monopose. They realized, let's get the mono out of...
And you know what? I do like the monopose plastic ones, too. They're so easy to put together, and they look good. Mm-hmm. But, oh man, the new Contemptor kit, wild.
Yeah. And that is a advanced kit. I was shocked at how many little pieces put together.
You can do anything with that thing.
It's almost a little overwhelming for me.
The technology's finally here, y'all. The technology is here, baby. Yeah,
it took me an evening.
Normally you would have had to, cast something like that large in resin to like fill these hollow holes, I imagine, right? Or create that structure, but I don't know how they did it, man. But they got it into plastic and they got it to where it's fully mobilized,
fully articulate.
Yeah,
and with inserted holes for magnets.
Yeah.
It's
like, thank you. They learned from Titanicus.
Best thing Titanicus did.
Yep.
Best thing it did.
Yep.
40K kits, they're like, no magnets. You glue this in. This is it.
Well, these days they barely have options anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. They sell the kit as it is, and that's it, right? But in Heresy, they're like, nah, if we sell you a gun, dog, you better be able to use it. Here's some magnet holes.
It's going to be hot swapping grav guns, plasma guns, melt guns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Auto cannons, mega cannons, quad cannons.
It's so good. It's so good.
And jumping a little bit ahead, but it was really wild. Like stuff that we'd been hoping for. And you'd mentioned before, Will, in like years before, it's like, wouldn't it be great if they just sold just giant sets of base tacticals and then we could buy the, large kits separately. Yeah. And lo and behold, after a couple of years, boom, we got what we were asking for.
It's been so good for the new players in our area.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of new people and they've been able to just make complete armies completely out of plastic very easily.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
It's best thing for the community since Betrayal at Calth.
Easily. It really is. And what's so crazy is this is better than we would have settled for Betrayal at Calth, guys. If they
re-release Betrayal at Calth, thank you.
What if they just re-released Betrayal of Calth and called it Horus Heresy Age of Darkness 2.0, we would have been like, we're happy. We're loving this. This is great. We got new rules and we got a whole new starter kit.
I'll take another 2 boxes.
But they didn't.
Nope.
They didn't. They were like, let's get nuts, guys. Let's get nuts.
With a massive kit. A massive kit, too.
Yeah.
I said the 30 tacticals, the 10 Terminators, the Spartan, the Contemptor, the Praetors.
That wasn't 30. That was 40 in the core box.
No, there are 30 tacticals in the core box. Yes.
I don't think so.
I bet you $1. We'll find out here in a little
Gentleman's
bit.
bet.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
let's
look,
find
reveal
out.
new box set. Let's see what.
Well, hey, yeah,
let's
let's see what it says.
What does it say?
Oh,
Somebody else.
What?
About to know somebody else.
You owe me a buck.
there are 40?
Yes.
Holy crap!
Right. It's such a good box.
Yeah, because they wanted you to run. They wanted you to run two full squads.
You're right. I'm so used to the 30 from the previous boxes.
No, it was
lost
$40.
I-
40.
I'll give you $1.
and that's why they gave you a whole Terminator set, because they want to encourage the new players to run these full squads.
They
Which-
were not giving you min squads. They give you max squads.
Yeah.
Heresy 2.0, they give you max
Yeah.
squads.
Yeah.
And
It's
guys,
great.
if you buy a tactical squad, you're buying them in batches of 20
Mm-hmm.
for $80.
Yeah.
We're talking,
They
dudes,
cut the prices
guys, come on.
each.
A 10-man tactical squad for $40K used to cost $60,
Yeah,
right?
55 to 60.
Or
I
was
think,
it
yeah.
Or was it 45, maybe 50?
It had risen
wasn't
over
40.
Yeah, it was not 40.
Yeah, I exactly, right? I feel like it definitely was above
I think it was
40.
50,
so.
55 USD by the time
Yeah.
this came out. Yeah. A good percentage
And then
chunk.
shortly after, we got all these excellent upgrade kits, like these plastic weapon kits came out.
Yep.
Shortly
Yeah,
thereafter.
let's pull back a little bit. We're going to get ahead.
Yeah.
Marduk Sedras came out, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And we hadn't seen the rules yet, or hadn't seen the. No, Marduk was in 9th edition. Yeah, or 2nd edition. Or 1st edition. Jesus. Book 9 of 1st edition, he was in there.
Huh.
And it was really surprising to see him just pop up. I was like, here, I'm here before Corswain. What's up? I'm here for the party. It's like, okay, get over here, you beautiful thing. Yeah, and then the reveal of the rule books.
It finally came out.
Yeah,
The big box.
the big box.
And the new edition.
Well, hold on. We're not going to just skip over the mother friggin'. Go back up. What is it? The not the Rhino. I mean, we can talk about the Rhino. They released plastic Rhino finally. Great.
The weapons.
But no.
Yeah.
The mother friggin' Kratos.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I've just about finished putting mine together. Finally.
Yeah. This thing is... Now, honestly, I have not seen many of them in our meta, but I've seen maybe 2. But I mean, I hear these are very popular, and a lot of people run the Kratos. I see a lot of people painting the Kratos and showing them off, but I'm just not seeing as many as I think there should be. I don't know. Is that just my experience? Is that my limited experience?
I think it's just a matter of everything. There's just so much stuff now. When you can get a Spartan and everything in the core box, and now with all the tanks coming out, I really like the look, the aesthetic of the Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like vehicles have a little bit of an uphill battle in this edition, personally.
Yeah.
But boy, when I started putting that thing together, and I was like, this thing has 5 las cannons on it before I even put the main battle cannon on. It's like, whoa. That being said, I personally feel like this is definitely a much better as an anti-infantry tank than an anti-tank because you got so much other
so
stuff.
I do have one for the Ultramarines.
Yeah.
And it will be all Volkite. So I'll be doing the complete anti-infantry support, and I'll be relying on other things for anti-armor.
gotcha.
But it'll be neat. We'll see.
I chose not to min-max mine. I'm more kitting it out. Obviously, I'm trying to magnetize everything and stuff, but I'm kitting out more towards a variety where las cannons for the sponsons, auto cannons on the side sponson thingies, and then some more anti-infantry stuff around it. So I have it.
Definitely,
so it won't
at least a heavy
anything.
bolter on top. I feel like, right? At least a single defensive weapon, because if you've got the auto cannons and the las cannons there, you really don't have
auto cannons are defensive.
many
weapons.
defensive. What?
Auto cannons are defensive weapons, aren't they?
They're above strength 6.
Oh, they're strength 7. That's right. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. I'll just be sure to put some
So
stuff.
that's why,
Just
like, at
bubble
least a
wrap it.
pintle-mounted heavy bubble, or yeah, there you go, right?
Simple enough.
Infantry support.
Yeah. If I got stuff in front of me, I've already done something wrong anyway. So.
And
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest, I feel
but
like the reason
it's definitely a cool tank.
I feel like the reason we haven't seen many locally is because we've been doing the slow grow league, and the game's just been pretty small to fit Kratos in.
That's a good point.
That's true.
Yeah.
Though there was, I think, I think the 1,000 point
Yeah.
games that we had, somebody brought.
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I love that. Because at that point, Steven had said, yeah, there's no restrictions anymore
Yeah.
at the 1,000 points. And he's like, Kratos!
It's like, what have I done? But that's all right. Well,
Yeah. He put all his points in one easily melted basket.
Yeah. But hey, everybody had fun.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then, hey, whoa. Who's this guy? The Faultless Blade Duels?
Lucius the Eternal.
Yeah. This is when you start to see a lot. Like you'll notice the next couple of characters, I feel like, all have their legs up on rocks. And again, this I believe is where we started seriously getting into the Codex Rock.
Oh no. That was well before. Marduk was sitting on 2 and people were flipping out over that.
Oh, that's right.
He's got
He
2
was
rocks,
so-
my friend.
He had rock creep is what it was.
Yep. No, as far as I can remember, Heresy models had stepping stone rocks to stand on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always been a thing. It's how you get more dynamic leg poses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, outside of
But that's what I'm saying is you'll start to the next Emperor's Children character has the same leg up on a very similar rock and a very similar pose, and you're just like, they start to look homogenized after a while,
A
little
right?
slightly,
They all
but
start looking.
I had not noticed that, but okay.
we'll find here. But yeah, outside of having a character stand on one leg and pray that your super glue holds him in place or pin him,
Mm-hmm.
generally, if he's just standing straight flat, it's going to look less so. But anyway.
Oh no, I understand the reason.
Oh no, I'm not explaining it to you. I'm explaining it to people out there.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't mansplain rocks to me, Jesse, okay?
It's not for you, it's for the rock haters.
And then what do we have? We have...
We're saying, we got Mechanicum coming, guys. Don't worry.
Yep. That's
It's
when we got the roadmap.
Oh, that's right. They're like, hey, look, don't throw your don't catch your Mechanicum on fire,
The
okay?
roadmap, which I believe we're at the end of, despite us being missing a Demons PDF and a Militia PDF.
This was not the article.
This was not actually the roadmap. Yeah, anyways. Roadmap existed at some point, and we're at the end of it.
I got too many tabs up. Stand by.
We're missing some stuff.
So then we had like a long waiting period before the actual thing released, right? Where they released like daily Legion tidbits, where they gave us like Legion breakdowns, and we actually covered all of those, I think, too.
We tried to. I think we started to get up near the end, like the last third, is when we just couldn't keep up.
It started to get hectic. There was so much stuff getting deployed at that point, right?
Yeah.
Because not only are we having like all these tidbits about Legions come out daily, but then they're coming out with like
plastic Sicarans.
Because really, what's more
leaking
important?
All kinds of
the Iron Warriors or a plastic Sicaran?
The Sicaran, everybody.
Of course.
Hello.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. Sicaran's like what, 65 USD now? 60, 65 USD?
Wild.
So crazy.
I need to get one.
So good. Oh man, I remember back in 1,000 point games when those were the clutch tank to bring. Everybody brought.
Man, I remember Will when I first got into Horus Heresy, and Will's just gushing over his Sicaran. It's like, you know what? I'm going to try this out. For the life of me, for like 5 games straight, I couldn't kill a damn thing with that thing. I would just get blown up by turn 2. It's like, I don't get the Sicaran. I'm sorry, guys. That being said, I'm a much more savvy and more, strategic player. So I'm sure I can have it live to at least turn 3 by now.
Yes.
And maybe I'll kill like a 5-man support squadron or something before they return fire and blow me up.
Yeah. All you have to do is really, stack all kinds of buffs onto it. You just have to give it BS5 and then make it twin linked and then tank hunt.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can
Iron
kill
Hands,
anything. Yeah.
That's why it was so goddamn good for you. I remember now.
It was an 80-point upgrade that make any Sicaran a fucking super heavy killer.
Hey, look, Mark 6 power armor, a brief history.
Yeah, so it had gotten so bad. Y'all remember that? It was so bad that GW had to come out and be like, look, Look, this is it. We're putting our foot down. This is now canon.
Get used to it, guys. Come on.
Yeah. All the time.
A month after Rogue Trader for the first edition came out, first retcons.
Mhm.
Were we expecting not to get anything new for the Horus Heresy for the rest of our goddamn lives?
Right.
Get off of it, people. And again, it's Mark 6. It's Mark 6. Which I
Yeah.
got to say, looking at this article, really sold me on Iron Warriors and Mark 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look good.
Pretty dang cool, right? There's some people on Instagram that I can't remember their name for the life of me, but they can paint them to. They just look spectacular, like
Mhm.
that art right there,
Yeah.
man. And it's wild. I never thought Mark 6 Iron Warriors would look that good.
Empress, they all looked really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
They still look cool. Going through here. Then we had a first upgrade
Ooh.
kit, the Imperial Fists.
First upgrade kit, yeah. These Mark 6 upgrade kits. And people were like, what the fuck? They don't look like Mark 6 at all. And that'll be a trend. Like, most of these will not look like Mark 6.
Yeah, that's fine. They look good.
They had to
Yeah,
make them a bit
exactly.
unique.
Yeah.
And I will say, coming from the front end, yeah, they look very pug-faced. But from the side, from the side angle, they look a little bit more elongated. Not by much, but
I think more so it has to do with like the earmuffs and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and the head vent or whatever the hell that is all Mark 6 regulated. It's really just the rebreather portion that I think is replaced.
It took Warhammer community a hot minute to figure out how to show these things off too.
it did.
Mhm.
For a while, it was okay. We've seen it. Now go to Reddit and see where someone's photoshopped it onto an actual body, so we know what it actually looks like.
And then it's like,
in
oh, thank
context.
God.
Yeah. Good point. What do we have?
Man,
We're
there
still
were
going
so
through
many
Legions at
articles
this point. Wow.
leading
So
up
many.
to it.
Yep. Sons of Horus, which I thought were really cool
Yeah,
looking.
that's a very cool looking mask.
Very different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like, definitely get that Reaver vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still has like that wolf
Yeah, it does have a
influence like the Reavers do, right?
it's like a skull wolf motif.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
It's a little. I've always kind of felt like they've had a little homage to their Luna Wolves heritage kept through those helmets. I don't know if that's intentional or not, or if the little dog ears.
It might be a
are just-
Chthonian thing too.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
We're still waiting for Horus's Primarch's novel, so maybe hopefully they'll get a little more insight into that.
He made all his Reavers put on tiny dog ears to represent
Oh my god.
their Luna Wolf heraldry.
Yeah, 29th of May. Age of Darkness descends.
Oof.
Boy,
Ooh,
what a
29th of May,
what a
yeah.
heady time there.
We've talked about all the kits that were in it, but I think it's also worth mentioning the 2.0 rules.
Yeah.
Like there have been problems.
We
of
didn't even
course,
talk about
but,
them. We just ignored the rules.
I can be honest, I was on the verge of just quitting 30K entirely. I did not enjoy the first edition. But
these rules are really
the second edition rules came
solid.
out. I gave them a swing, and I love it again.
Yep.
It's great.
I was like, oh, Michael likes heresy. He should come on the podcast now.
Pretty much.
It's like, I'll say it again. It's not every day that you get a new edition of a game and enjoy 90+% of the changes made to a game.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
It's
So many, just so many quality life upgrades. Feels good. Still would love to see a little bit more of alternative turns, but the reactions give a nice little taste of that.
I feel like the reactions are a nice middle ground between alternating activations and I go, you go.
For sure. Where you're no longer just taking it.
Yeah.
And just,
I'm still holding out for a damage phase, guys. I know it's never going to happen, but
I'm there with you, though.
it's not the worst idea either.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll save that for third edition, hopefully.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And just rolling out with more of the articles.
Oh, we got a new map as well. I know that's a little fluffier than we've been going on this, but
No, that's fine.
the new map was cool.
It was. I know you and I both really appreciated the old school parchment map when it changed to a more digital one. It was
it's fine.
It evoked the 40K for sure a bit
Yeah.
more, but after a while, and I'll just say it again, in general, getting used to the whole new book design, layout, and aesthetic of Heresy. At first, I was not sure how I felt about it, but looking back now, it's like, no, I actually really enjoy this new style as well.
Most of the changes I like. The map style change, less so, but I'm not going to complain about a new map. If nothing else, I know where to find the old maps.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then the reveal of the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. A plastic Leviathan.
Yeah.
I was doing backflips. What in the world is going on? Are they going to change everything, we ask, as they tell us that they're changing everything?
Right.
There are already so many Leviathans in the meta.
Oh, yeah.
And this just brought so many more in.
Yeah,
I think routinely now you'll see 3 of them deployed on a table in some events, and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
God.
We have not seen many Kratoses in our local meta, but it does seem like everyone's got a Leviathan.
Yeah.
Because they're $80 and you get a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
I held a vote recently asking people on my Instagram what should I paint next out of a list of things. And of course the Leviathan won, so I ended up having to build and paint mine. I gotta honor the people, right?
Yeah.
Think about
Looks like I got one now.
And then June. Yeah. June is finally when the pre-order comes out. There seemed like a bunch of articles that are saying coming soon, and now it's the pre-order.
there's the roadmap too.
Yep, there's the roadmap. So let's take a look.
Yeah.
So
how much of the roadmap did we get through?
Let's see, download PDFs in July, Liber Mechanicum in August. I think it came at the end of August.
Sounds
yes,
about
it did.
right.
It came out right before Nova.
We'll find out here as we go through the timeline.
Yeah, it was right before Nova, wasn't it?
Because I had rules for Nova. Yeah. I brought the Mechanicum to Nova.
So
yeah.
Download PDFs for September, Liber Imperium in October, which was October, November. I think. Well, it was late for us, but
what was September's PDF?
I just said downloadable PDFs.
Okay. So that was the Mechanicum FAQ then, I guess. They released
I think it was
FAQs,
a exemplary battle as well.
Yeah, they've been popping those out pretty consistently. And notice the asterisk saying dates correct at time of publication.
Oh yeah, they've learned.
Yeah, good way to CYA, man. That's good.
They've learned, certainly. Yeah.
2 additional army lists.
Yep.
Demons Rainstorm, Imperial House Militia, and Warp Cults. Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get some stuff here soon.
I hope so. Like we talked about Kabanda coming out, but you can still only use them in open play.
Yep.
Oh, wild. You're right.
Yeah, there isn't a way to actually field them outside of open play.
But does he himself have rules, you said?
Yes.
Like, he's got a profile and everything. Okay, cool.
He does.
Actually, does he have a 2nd edition profile?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he does. It came out when the book was released. Yes, because he has like keywords like demon and stuff, and they explain what it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So then some articles about it's coming, guys. Mech is coming.
And then they introduced squats.
The squats. Good times.
Well, it's nice for them to give militia army kits, right? Right.
Yeah.
Everybody likes squats.
Then in mid-June, reveal of the Dark Angel heads, which I have a set of those.
These were some really solid heads.
I feel like Dark Angels might have won.
Again, from the front, look weird, but I have that winged helm sergeant on a guy, and that thing looks slick as shit on a Mark 6 armor.
Yeah.
Like it's really made for it. It's
nice.
So good. And I will say they're super crisp. Like these resin kits. Obviously, I don't use them on everything, but grabbing a pack for special characters, it's the way to go for sure. And it was new Dark Angel stuff, so I was really happy about that.
Yeah.
Horus Heresy Day, 18 ways to celebrate. One for each legion. A little battle report action on Warhammer Plus. Which have you guys been catching up on any of the the movies, the videos?
No,
shorts? I haven't
bought them for
recently.
a while, but I thought I did.
I kind of grab it in binges. Like
Same.
like I find it difficult to get there every week. But when I come and have a
Mhm.
whole list of shorts to watch, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! They released the Contemptor Dreadnought solo kit, or
Yep.
they previewed
Yep,
it.
with the extra options.
Yeah. And that's the one that I recently did, and that's a good kit. I mean, it's got like a little upgrades for it and everything like that, which can add some little flavors, and you can also has the bare bone aesthetic too if you want that.
Yeah, I like having the different carapaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. They brought back Ahriman and the Space Wolf guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, remember us?
They put them in their own boxes to sell. Finally, nice.
Yep. Finally, after years.
I think I have like a couple of them still lying around from Burnout Prospero. I thought I gave most of them away to Austin, but not all apparently. But I will say the Armin is pretty cool, and it does take a little bit of work, but you can get a decent looking psyker out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. And
What is that? Word bearers?
Word Bear's got the procurators.
Oh, they were a fun one.
Oh, that was like an apothecary with like a blade of like a whole bunch of little dudes,
like a
right?
apothecary retinue, sort of like a tech marine with his servitors. It was like, here's an apothecary with.
Yeah. I wonder if any of our listeners have one of these guys.
I'd have to check. We need to, because I know stuff was going left and right. I think quite a few exemplary battles had slipped through our reviews, so we'll need to come back around and take a quick look at those at some point too.
Honestly, it might be worth doing like everyone's favorite exemplary battle article at some point, because I think they're coming up on like the end of the first season of those.
We also should probably get around to playing some of our exemplary battles.
True too,
because I know I haven't played the Ultramarine one, so
like some of the ones that were there before the second edition came out got upgraded. So I don't think we reviewed those yet, so we should take a look at those.
Not a bad idea.
Iron Warriors, I will say their Mark 6 helmets look really cool too. Pretty big fan.
Oh yeah.
They do like
I'm particularly a fan of the one on the far left. I really like that tech sort of look. You know what I mean?
On the far right?
No, the one on the far left.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it looks. Oh, let me get my glasses on. Hold on. I feel like an old man here, but like
it's got the ridge going down the center.
Yeah, like the nose ridge going down the center and everything like that. I don't know. To me, that looks more technical.
I need to grab one of these.
I mean, it's not as like cyber, but it looks like nightly robotic. But then you have like these Cybermen ones next to it. So
I need to grab some of these to redo my Dantioch model.
Oh,
we got a real sick
right
skull face.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we had
classic units rejoin the legacies.
Some are really good, some not so much. But again, they mentioned with like this isn't like a lot of editions where work your way through normally. They're like restarting everything.
Right.
And obviously with I don't know how many units are in this thing.
A lot.
Yeah.
If they imagine the amount of playtest time and balancing it would have taken to get everything all at once in one go, we'd probably still be waiting for second edition by now. I don't know.
Yeah. No, this is, I feel, is a good stopgap because these are all models that are not in production. They have never been in production, or they're not returning to production anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things, right? It's either they are no longer in production, never in production, or not coming back anytime soon. So it's a good stopgap for those units. Meanwhile, in the core rulebooks, we have all the units that are in production, and they are going to continue to support. And that's another thing. I mean, with this exemplary battle stuff, we don't. Maybe they could always revisit these, give them kits and new rules in the future too, right?
Yep.
Potentially.
I mean, there's nothing saying they couldn't do that.
I think one of us mentioned getting like a collected book, like just an exemplary campaign book.
I'd love to get my hands on
that would be
an
cool,
Exemplary
yeah.
Battles campaign
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, maybe one day they finally release full Mentari Terminator models. And then they release new rules where they're not broken anymore.
That'd be great.
To where they're the best Terminators in the game. You know what I mean?
Just shoot them with some AP2. You're fine.
Yeah.
All the AP2.
They're just Terminators, guys. They're just Terminators.
Whew. Yep. And more Cabanda porn. He had a helmet.
And here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that. He had the helmet. And this is when, as Mike said, GW finally learned and they started putting the helmets on the bodies so we could see what they look
And
like.
started showing them in profile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. These helmets actually do look okay.
Yeah. And
This
these
one
Emperor's Children ones are pretty solid.
Okay. I'd say the Emperor's Children heads were okay.
Yeah.
The Sergeant one looks good. And the shoulder pad's really nice. The normal heads I'm not a fan of, but that's me.
It'd be cool to see more of the Sergeant aesthetic. That big flat plate face on there.
Yeah.
But again, they were going for the beak, so
Yep.
You can't have both with those.
This is one of the few kits that actually looks like Mark 6. Yeah.
And I do like the filigree that they have.
Yes.
It's
Again, feels very
Oh,
interchangeable
and
with Bloody.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then Plastic Friggin' Predator.
Spreads.
Anybody pick any of these up?
No, because I already have 3 resin hybrid ones.
Oh,
At some point, they're going to figure out how to stick a tank through the teleporter, at which point I will start bringing vehicles, but until then, nah.
Gotcha.
That being said, I can do max squads of 5 now, so I might have to reevaluate my position.
You might have to get 2. Just grab 2.
Yeah, just 2.
No biggie.
Do I have one? I'll be honest, guys. It's been bad. I've been working a lot, and I've been weak on night shifts sometimes. I'm just I have to order that.
You got Phantom Predators.
I don't think I've seen a
Predator
Predator at your place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I got some boxes of
I
stuff
feel like
over
I've been
there.
in that basement a lot.
Yeah. Maybe we're okay. Do I have I think I have a Sakaran over there.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Kratos is working on. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. They showed a preview for a book that hasn't come out yet, but Nathaniel Garrow, Knight of Grey.
The Siege of Terra,
Yeah.
Garrow. Yeah.
So this one,
Dang.
I guess this one's going to fall in between the end and the death, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, no.
At some point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not
mean-
not chronologically, but like the actual release date of the book.
Oh, yeah. It'll probably come out
okay.
between the end and the death and
Yeah, because
the
I
other
feel
end
like,
and the death.
judging by the cover, it feels like this is probably one of those final battle-esque type of things here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Figure Mortarian's in the warp at that point.
Yeah,
Garrow's got to get thrown into the warp somehow, and they fight there. So
space battle. Yep, and Mortarion in his full 40K grandeur.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can run Demon Primarchs. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Excited for it.
And then they got the Close Combat Leviathan.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were so smart with this kit. So, I mean, obviously, what you do is you buy a Close Combat Leviathan and a Range Combat Leviathan, and you get 2 Leviathans, one with a pinchy, and each one gets a pinchy hand and a gun, right? They did it on purpose this
They
way.
did it on purpose, but also, I'd like to point out, you can also buy the weapon kit separately,
You can.
which is pretty dope.
But I wanted 2 Leviathans. So.
Okay, well, that's fair. And it worked out really well
I was
for you.
trying to blame them for it,
It worked
okay?
out-
I was trying to use them as my scapegoat.
Worked out really well.
Will, we
But-
know you just...
yeah.
Well, we know you too well.
It's the whack caster.
I love the fact you can buy
Yep.
2 kits. You can buy the gun one and the range one, and then everybody gets a claw, and everybody gets a gun,
Black
and
Caster
it's
strikes
great.
again.
Yeah. You know me with my 5 my 5 contemptors and my 12 Leviathans that I run in every list.
Every time.
Yeah. And then what else do we have? Anything?
Through Commanda finally gets pre-ordered.
I feel like this is when things started slowing down a little bit.
Yeah,
to a sustainable level, I would say.
sure. There's I think there's one pre-order session where it was like 10 or 12 different Horus Heresy things at one time. That was brutal.
Yep.
I got the White Scars upgrades here back in July, or at least a lot of these are just the reveals. But it's Mark 6, kind of like an older school Rogue Trader style with the plumes.
I definitely like it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got character.
I feel
The
like
Bear Sergeant's head is really cool.
I think it's one of the less exciting ones, but it does look good, unlike some of the more exciting ones.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. The Emperor's Children got a Praetor.
Ooh, they did.
Dude.
Yeah. And he's a good-looking Praetor. Look at that boy. Oh, my gosh.
Again, like you mentioned earlier, Michael, like they finally started letting the Praetors be Praetors.
Yeah.
And this guy is just...
He looks like he commands a legion.
Yeah.
This boy fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, his face. Good God. Oh.
The helmet stays
definitely
on.
An Emperor's Children.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the helmet stays on when the lights go off even.
The Sonic Shriekers. Really cool. I didn't even notice, like, he's got a ring on his hand, too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Love that.
And he's got leather gauntlets, or leather gloves over his power armor gauntlets.
I'm a big fan of that aesthetic. So, like, the, what's the Primaris Psyker?
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
About.
Yeah.
The one in the Phobos armor, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool looking model.
It is.
Yeah.
And then they revealed...
before you go too far, we skipped an exemplary battle.
Oh, yep.
Because we had the Sons of Horus chieftains fighting the Space Wolf looter guys. I completely forgot what they were called. But they had hand flamers and were troops, interestingly enough.
What? Dang.
What are they called? God, they don't call them here. Hang on, I gotta dig deep.
How do they not actually call them out? That's amazing. Okay.
Oh, I was doing so well. I was like, I don't have to edit any of this. The Chieftain Squad. Yeah, Space Wolf parts. Okay, thanks.
Just for you, Jesse.
Oh, there. The Yorland Hunter Pack. The Yorland Hunter Pack.
That's what it is.
Guys with one hand flamer.
Yep. Hand flamer, chainsword, but troops, which is fun because it means you might actually see them in bulk.
Support squad, but anyway, we'll do a reveal on that. We'll do a exemplary just re-review over everything again.
Yeah, like a month ago, I went through and downloaded them all, so I'd have the fluff and the missions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd enjoy going through them in a bit more depth.
Sounds like
I know in the past we've focused on like the units, but I feel like there was a lot more going on in those too.
For sure. I know the guys in the Heresy grad school have been starting to tackle some of the fluff in there as well. So
okay, nice.
Might want to get with them, Michael.
Yeah, I might see what their schedule's like.
Yeah, and then and near the end of July, they revealed, Aeronautica Imperialis. Remember that? Hey, we're gonna do Horus Heresy. I was like, okay, not complaining.
Yeah,
and I personally don't have this book, and I'm like, why the hell do I have this book?
I've got the book. I have not played it yet, admittedly. I'm not much of a decals person, but for the airplanes, I decided I needed to do decals.
Sure.
So I'm
learning to do
working
decals.
up the nerve to do that now that I've got painted models that I want to try not to fuck up with decals.
Fair. Hey, once you throw that dull coat on, you're good.
Yep.
But yeah, like they managed to give a little bit of fluff and rules for each of the legions, which is really cool.
And it's got a pretty cool setting too, because while you through this book you can fight air battles across the galaxy, there is a particular battle that they focus on.
Mm-hmm.
That's in in and around a orbital plate, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
and that's really cool. It's like a Cloud City situation.
Oh, nice!
But on 40K scale.
Yeah, continent cloud.
Yeah,
Cloud continent.
Really cool.
Nice. All right, and then you know it, you love it.
Are we finally
We're
here?
here.
We finally here.
Oh, we own the night.
I love the sergeant's bear head. It looks great.
Okay, to be
But-
fair, I love
Yes.
the other heads as well.
Yeah.
I've not had this much fun making fun of Space Wolves in a long time.
They're fun. They're fun.
You know what is good is the shoulders.
The shoulder pads, yes, are great.
They are great.
I've heard a
Yes.
lot of Space Wolf players don't like them because they don't match any other style of shoulder pad they have.
Oh, really?
That's what I.
But ignoring that aspect, they look really good. I really like that. The shoulders. That's
So I'll be honest. I feel like it wouldn't look half as bad if it was on anything but a tactical marine.
Yeah.
I think if it was like on a Praetor or on like a really like
Or
well-
using. Sorry.
no like a real well of a converted sergeant or just any console, I think it would look a whole lot better. The fact that it's on the guy with the bolter, it feels a little too basic.
Yeah.
Makes it feel like it's just an army of guys with wolf head, which I don't think is quite what they're going for.
It's. Yeah.
But that being said,
I mean, it definitely look if this whole project or experiment, if you want to call it that, has been an homage to older Warhammer and
Sure.
your youth and stuff like that, right? A lot of Rogue Trader era stuff, bringing back the Mark 6s and that, and these are definitely giving that
Yeah.
old school Space Wolf nostalgia. If that is what they're trying to go for, I will say they are nailing it. Okay.
yeah, I'm sure Austin feels exactly the same way. Moving on. Moving on. Yep. Marduk went on pre-sale. Yeah. The beginning of August, where all our wallets wept because, God damn it, Nova was just 4 weeks
It was
away.
just
Sakaran,
nonstop.
Spartan, Contemptor upgrade kits, Leviathan Siege Dreadnought, Leviathan upgrade kits. The Cataphracti are coming in a 10-man squadron and you save $20 somehow.
Yep.
Terminators,
And same thing with the
Tartaros and 10
Tartaros.
It's wild seeing a box of 10 Terminators, guys. I'll tell you
I
what,
know.
it's pretty cool.
It feels like you're buying a gun.
Do you got a license for that?
because it's just so much fucking power in a single box. Okay, like 10 Terminators in this edition is that's a fucking that is the equivalent of a gun brought to the table. I'm telling y'all.
Background checks for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, the Legion Praetors came out. They put the armigers in for some reason.
Oh, right. They were like rebranding armigers. They're like, guess what?
Which I don't think there was anything. It was just a reboxing, right?
New decals
Yeah.
for
Oh, really?
era-specific houses.
Okay, I did not
Yeah.
know that. Well, that's actually kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Right?
Yeah. And these were decals that like they'd never printed before.
Yeah, you'll
so
find a
people
new
were
sheet
really
of
hyped
Age
for
of
it.
Darkness era transfers. Okay, yeah, teaches me to read. Then Liber Mechanicum. Yeah, that was such a
Mhm.
brutal pre-order.
And other games had good releases this week, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a wild week.
Middle Earth, Blood Bowl got some stuff.
More Time got a release.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
No.
Underworlds, but everyone
Underworld's
used
got a
the-
Mordheim
Yeah,
crew
it's,
ready to go.
It's Witch Hunters.
Those guys look cool.
Right? I picked up
Yeah,
a box of them the other week.
Hexbanes.
Real
Oh,
cool
okay.
kit. Yeah.
Hexbane's Hunters, really,
It's got those hats that
Oh.
Mike is all about.
Yep. For sure. I like this guy with the crossbow.
Ah,
He looks pretty sick.
yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
We're off topic.
Yep. We're getting there. Back in August.
Can't believe it, frankly.
World Eaters.
For Corn Day.
Look at how blue that shoulder pad is. That's a beautiful
I do like
blue,
the blue.
by the way.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've always liked their pre-heresy scheme.
These helmets are so sick,
Yeah.
dude. I love these helmets. They very much are that corn feeling. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That World Eater aesthetic.
They eat the cornflakes.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Look at that sick Look at that sick, twisted grin on that sergeant's bare head too.
Yeah. Does he have? Are those? Yeah. Zoom in.
Oh,
Those
geez.
aren't dreads. Those are the
nails.
needles,
The
right?
nails, yeah.
The nails.
Yeah.
The needles. I said.
I mean, effectively, they're sticking you some way or another. Yeah, that's really cool. Yep. Then they're like, okay, finally, we've been telling you Mechanicum. Here's Mechanicum. And then, and then the Emperor's Children. It was one of those few times where they were releasing or revealed one Praetor at a time for a Legion.
Kind of milking
usually
it,
they
right?
show both the Praetors and the power armor and the Terminator armor. But, Emperor's Children,
beautiful.
Tartarus.
I love the way that this guy's Volkite is underslung.
Yeah.
Because it makes the most practical sense that you would want like a lower profile instead of having to hold your weapon up higher.
Look at the magazine on the side.
Yeah. It's really well designed. It looks very practical.
Honestly,
It's
my
pretty
only
cool.
complaint with this guy is that he would take so much work to turn into a different Legion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's 100% Emperor's Children. Maybe you could pass him off.
Is that the Palatine
with-
Aquila?
It is.
Okay.
It is,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It's got the curved
His entire
wings.
chest, and then he's got like the
Yeah.
beak on his face.
Uh-huh.
That's cool as hell.
He's real cool.
Really good.
I would
Look at
absolutely
that
be
sick
turned
sword.
into something else.
Yep.
Yeah. It's Land Raider Proteus.
Yeah.
Yep, I got.
Which
I'm excited to get one of those for my Suzerains.
so I do
Very
understand
cool
right.
kit.
Now the Land Raider Spartan and Land Raider Proteus, like they all use most of the same sprue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the
I have
so.
not looked, honestly.
yeah.
I will take a look when I open up my Proteus for
I
Christmas.
believe so. I believe like the center section is different, but
that's
the
what I thought.
The track assemblies are the same, I believe.
It makes sense, and it's a really clever design that way. I still have a resin one that I have not touched yet because it's the real old kit with all the separate little track links and stuff.
No.
That'll be all right.
Maybe
I'll do like what some others are doing and just use that as a terrain.
Yeah,
Some
Yeah.
wreck terrain would be pretty sweet.
we love wreck terrain.
Uh-huh.
I do want one of those Proteuses at one point, despite the fact I can't fit it in the teleportarium.
It's the smallest of the Land Raiders. It'd be the easiest one to put through the teleportarium.
Whenever the Mechanicus gets back to us with their vehicle teleportation technology.
Yeah. We'll talk to Legio Storm about that.
Right?
Death Guard upgrades.
You can teleport a Titan, but you can't teleport a freaking tank.
Don't worry about it. It's very sensitive. So we got
because
the
they hate us. Because we're
Classic.
better than them.
they got the classic Death Guard evoking the 40k plague Marines.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of evoking of that there.
Yep. Not the most inspired helmets, I don't think. But like they do look good for what they are.
Yeah, like
They're nice and simple.
they're definitely, on one side they're kind of reaching back towards Rogue Trader inspiration. At the other side, they're also kind of like trying to bridge the gap between 40k and the Heresy.
Which is a good play, I think. It makes everything feel more cohesive.
Yep. And they revealed the last set of books by Dan Abnett for the Siege of Terra, The End of the Death, Volume 1. Emperor finally sitting on the golden throne that we haven't seen in art in a very long time, I feel.
Yeah,
That thing
feel
looks-
like it's been a minute.
Not on that scale,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like that scale is insane because we're seeing like custodes like lining the entire pyramid leading up to us.
Yeah, like last time we saw stuff like that, it was in black and white and like
Yeah.
pen art.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're being brave enough to show us this art.
I think it was.
I feel like they kind of might not have done it because they were like, we don't want to feel like we're not doing it justice.
But you know what?
I don't know.
Despite how big the throne is, sorry, go ahead.
I'm glad they did though, because it's kind of like what Jesse said about the upgrade kits. Is on one hand they're looking back, and on the other hand they got to bridge that gap. And I feel like seeing the Emperor on the throne is, that's an image out of 40k. Just add a little bit more dust.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I gotta say, while it is a massive set piece, I could see someone making this into like some sort of narrative terrain pretty darn easy.
Oh yeah,
Not that. Well, we'll see how much fighting goes on right around the Golden Throne. I don't think there's too much, but who knows? Who knows at this point?
There's always room for alternate histories.
And then Nova came, and we got to see Horus Ascended.
Nova was such a good time, and this is such a cool model.
We'll say Nova was great, and I would say right now, Nova's going to be better next year. Stay tuned, because that was our first time.
Oh my gosh, I know, right?
We are so excited. Next year, there's going to.
You've seen us at our worst. Now see us at our best.
Yes, we know what we're doing now, and more to come on that. It's going to be a good 2023. But yeah, Horus Ascended looks sick as hell in resin, and they also announced, all the Primarchs are going to get like an alternate resin model as well.
Yeah,
which thankfully, because some of those Primarch models are great, like they're all great, but you can tell which the newer ones, like the Lion and Jagatai, versus some of the olders like Fulgrim and
Gilliman,
Karn,
and
Angron.
Angron. And so I'm really excited to see what they got in store for the new guys.
Maybe for Angron, they're just going to let you use the new plastic one coming out.
Well,
if they do Demon Angron, that it would make sense to just reuse the Demon Primarchs from 40k. They're already plastic.
Yeah, you saw the cover of that book for Garrow. Like that's just straight up the 40k Mortarion. So.
I mean, even in what was the White Scars versus the Death Guard one?
Yeah,
for Siege of Terra.
I know which one you're talking about. Warhawk.
Yeah, Warhawk.
Yep.
That was the 40k Death Guard fighting. You know.
Then they showed a reveal of some new assassins that are upcoming in the Liber Imperium. I feel like I called it Liber Imperius for like a very long time, so I don't know if I'm right anymore. But it is
Liber Imperium.
Okay.
I love the.
No, I called it Liber Imperialis for so many times.
I love the Vanus model. At some point, I'm going to pick one up. Don't know if I'll use it in game, but it's such a cool model.
Yeah. Then they started a slow leak of not slow leak, but the returning back to the made to order of some of the older kits.
Specifically the old upgrade kits.
Yeah. Mark 2s and 3s. A little more talking. Lucius finally up for pre-order in September. They showed another new assassin.
The Venonum.
Yep. It's he looks cool, but I will say he doesn't look like in his best angle on that one. he looks like a little doughboy, I must say.
Which one is this? Your screen or my screen is not refreshing. Is it the one who's running, who's got the little gun?
No,
it's the Poisoner.
1 second. I'm gonna share again. Reset up. This guy right here.
Oh, I forgot about him entirely.
There was just so much stuff. Like I was going through earlier, and it's like I totally forgot that this came out, or at least revealed.
He's cool.
There was a lot this year.
And then exemplary battle for the Thousand Suns, the numerators or the
numerologists, I think.
Yep. Also, it was a Tech Marine-esque type of thing, right?
Yeah. I think it was Tech Marine plus Master of Signals, all in one bundle.
With a little mini retinue.
Or was he Tech Marine Psyker?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Really cool. They revealed some of the legacy Mechanicum units. Death Guard.
Yeah, kind of a flop.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a lot of
I mean, at least they gave us rules, right? Yeah.
There wasn't much missing.
Right.
To be fair.
And they showed a Death Guard Praetor, and looks like, Cataphractii armor. Pretty cool looking dude. Guy in the power armor.
Mm-hmm.
He's big chunky
That's
artificer.
Really sick Mark III. Yeah.
Love the big backpack that they also had on Fafnir Ron as well, like that 4-cylinder power pack. I actually hadn't seen the helmet. That looks really cool too. Yeah.
That's a good helmet.
I keep seeing the face one. Yep, and then they revealed,
there's
Adamus.
the samurai guy.
Clade Venonum. Or I'm sorry, Clade Adamus.
Yeah.
Looks really cool. Looked a little too close to the sniper one. My mind's going blank right now.
Yeah.
Vindicari.
Vindicare.
Yeah.
But I still think he's a cool looking character.
So I have not read the assassin part or the assassin's rules yet. Do the old plastic ones have rules too?
Yeah.
Like the Vindicare and that
Yep,
kind of stuff?
yep. There, you can pull those right into
All the what is it?
all-
The 7 clades or
Yep.
whatever. Sick,
yeah,
dude.
we can go through those at some point.
Yeah. I've read through them and they were not great, but they do have rules.
October.
Who's that little Dark Angel guy?
He doesn't look like anyone important.
Oh man, they finally did him,
Yep.
and they did him right.
I'm
Yeah, they
really
did.
psyched. And Mike is painting mine up right now, so excited.
So good.
Yeah, definitely worth the wait. I'd say he's amazing.
Very happy. Like just the whole Dark Angels series itself was just really, really good, and I have no complaints. Except I want my goddamn Excendio. Games Workshop. Mr. James, I'd like my Excendio, please.
What does he have?
We got
Red Thirst.
yeah, Blood Angels.
Blood Angels kids. These again, kind of boring, right? But they do look like Mark 6 at least. But I mean, they just have like some gold filigree running across their heads.
I kind of like the filigree though.
Yeah, the filigree ones are really good.
Yeah.
Sergeant Head's good. Sergeant Bearhead, that's fine. You can only do but so much with the Bearheads, I guess, at some point or another.
Particularly,
I mean, he definitely looks like a baby Sanguinius.
Baby boy.
Definitely looks like a Blood Angel, right? So
it's particularly hard to do anything with the bear heads on the legions where it's very like set what they look like.
Sure.
And the Blood Angels are damn near clones.
I bet these would look really good on the plastic Praetors, though.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Then we go through Predator support tanks. We got more guns.
Yeah.
We finally got, the Night Lords.
Oh, yeah, the Night Lords.
Got the skull helmets,
Good
which
kit.
pretty cool looking, not going to lie.
I really like them.
The paint jobs on the heads, or the bear head looks really cool. Like this guy just looks, you don't want to meet this guy in a dark alley, that's for sure.
No, he's definitely going to claw your face off.
Yeah. And then eat it in front of you. But you can't.
While screaming. Yeah.
Ooh, let's see. Getting close now. We're in November. Scorpius revealed.
Ooh, yeah. I don't even think that's come on pre-sale yet, has it?
It's close. No, I think it just came out in pre-sale either this week or last week.
Like right before, so they could get it out for Christmas?
Probably.
Okay.
But yeah, always good.
But yeah.
I don't think
I
I
don't
ever
know.
ran a
You guys, I used to have a Scorpius for the Black Shields, and it was really good.
I heard really good things about it in the first edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was first edition. Was really good. It was super solid.
Yep. It's got running 4-up with a barrage if it did not move.
Yeah.
And pinning. So that's still really good.
Oh yeah.
I think it is still really good. I think with the way the artillery has been reformatted, while it did lose out on that AP3, I think it's still formidable.
Agreed.
Yep.
And it's still cool to have like such a very, very Horus Heresy era weapon in your army or collection, you know?
For sure.
The moment they figure out how to teleport them.
Yeah.
And then Iron Warriors.
Iron Hands,
Iron Hands.
sir.
Jesus. Sorry.
All right. You fucking...
Iron Warriors got upgrade kits, finally.
They did.
They got like some bespoke.
The Iron Hands did get upgrade kits, Jesse's. Yes. They look neat. Okay. I'm not putting them on everybody.
Oh, sure.
I do love the Darth Vader dude.
Yeah.
Like that dude looks like he's like, let me look at you with my own eyes.
He does quite a bit.
He does. I like
Good
that the shoulders have the trim as well. I feel that looks better
they
than
do.
Bear, I think.
That cog trim.
Yeah, especially for Iron Hands, I think they needed to distinguish. Like they need that little bit of extra silver to distinguish themselves from like Raven Guard.
That makes sense.
A lot of the time.
Actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Then we had the Ultramarines.
Yeah. And I think these were labeled the most boring. Because they were just Mark 6 with stripes down.
Well, you pointed out a while back ago, and I didn't notice this until you mentioned it, that it's hard to get a good picture of, but you have the flared ears that look very similar to Primaris. Especially noticeable in the Sergeant. And I was like, okay. I see where they're going with that, and I appreciate it a little bit more
Okay.
that way.
For me, what they most look like, and I've heard this, I can't remember who told me, but Rogue Trader. If you look at like the Ultramarine Rogue Trader artwork,
Uh-huh.
that's what those helmets look like.
Gotcha. Interesting. I'll have to look at that a little bit later.
And I will say, as someone who struggles with painting sometimes, I do like that they have the stripe, because that's such a classic thing in Ultramarines paint jobs.
Oh yeah.
And that will just make it a lot easier to paint that.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. Because, like you said, a lot of Ultramarines, for their captains, they have stripes going down, or sergeants have stripes going down. So these helmets are definitely going to help out for paint.
All right. Then exemplary battle number I lost count. Alpha Legion and Salamanders.
One of my favorite ones.
Mine too.
These rules are good, dude, for both of these units.
Widely positively received amongst the community.
Right. I think that's the best part of it, is just how well, like, immediately you started seeing people like start kit bashing these units, which is wild, right? Like, I don't think I've seen people start kit bashing recon dudes and shotguns and combi flamer salamanders this quickly in anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like all those both sets of units were just so well done that they were very much in tune with their legions, that people wanted to add them to their armies. So,
Really
like
cool.
I said, all the other exemplary battle units are awesome, but I feel like these ones together just really popped.
Then we have the Thousand Suns got their upgrade kit. All right.
Yeah.
I like the gems.
They don't really scream Thousand Suns to me, but hey.
I like this Tamara Morrison looking guy over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
About to go punch a Sarlacc in the dick or something. I don't know.
Shoot a Jedi in the back.
Yep. Get knocked over by a blind guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Jesse, go ahead if you could real quick for me. Check the chat on the Facebook chat.
Oh.
So you can see what I'm talking about for this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can dig that.
See, that's what the
with the stripes on
I
the
think
helmet.
that's what they're going for with those helmets.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the earmuffs are like more out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How they're like more poofy,
a little
like
more
that.
flared, at least on that guy in the front for sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm feeling, anyways. Are those vibes,
Gotcha.
right?
Definitely see that.
Oh, and then they did made to order Ultramarine stuff. They brought back the Praetorian stuff. People call this the face hugger mask. Dude, this is the best mask that they make. This is their best helmet. It is so fucking good.
I need to see it.
It is, dude. This one is my favorite.
Okay.
I wish they had done this as Mark 6.
Well,
I'll trust
It
you.
is
I need to see
very
it.
good.
I think I need to see it unpainted. I think the gold is not.
the gold is definitely looking like that bony, fleshy face hugger color, and like looking at it straight on, you can see how the molding is a little uneven in places. I bet looked at from the side, it looks great though, or like any other angle than straight on.
We will have to see. Let me see.
I do like those Mark III veteran torsos though.
Yes, the torsos are excellent.
Sick. Oh yeah, Liber Imperium released in North America.
Oh hey,
okay.
Yeah, I still need to pick
again.
that up.
Yeah, I picked.
Check the chat.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
and you'll see that's the helmet I used.
Yeah, I picked up the digital PDF, so I didn't really.
Same. I like having hard copies though.
Yeah, your paint job, and from an angle, I could see it a lot better, but it still has a little too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. You don't have to like it. I'm just saying, it is my personal favorite.
I got you. I can respect that. I may not agree with it, but I respect it.
I liked the ones they did for 40K for Gilman's bodyguards. I liked those ones better. They were kind of the similar.
Yeah, those are more. Idea. Those are more like the Caesarians, right? Yeah. And then what is that? Smoking hot upgrade for salamanders. This was a good face mask upgrade.
This felt like what they were trying to do with the Space Wolf one.
Yeah.
Really on point. And look, all different angles. Left, right, forward, up,
Dang.
top side.
Yeah.
And Yeah, their shoulder pad's a little bit different too, with like this barred
Way
side.
more detail, right? Like they
Yeah.
actually 3D.
Like-
It's not just
like
slapped on
Artificer.
white. Yeah.
It's like they're artisans. And they're like, no, we're gonna put some gold bars on this.
Yeah.
For
Salamanders
sure.
have some fine drip.
Yep.
Always.
Here's hoping more of that Artificer feel comes through in their rules next year.
The Solar Rocks got a.
Yep.
What was that? Was that like?
That was when we got the latest updated FAQ.
Oh, they got okay. They got the
Legacies.
legacies. Gotcha.
And then the last article we saw, though we may get another one this Thursday. Who knows?
Yep. Typhon.
Big boy.
Heavy siege tank in plastic. My God.
Fucking GW. Fucking loves their Space Marines, don't they? Pieces of shit. They won't release any other armies than Space Marines for the Horus Heresy, and it's so lame.
It's almost like there's 18 Space Marine armies and like 3 other armies.
It's almost like it's their main source of income and most played army in their game system is Space Marines. Yeah.
Anyways, Typhon looks fun. For when there's a wall in your way and you need it not to be there.
Yeah. I mean,
Boom.
what is it? It's a strength. Can you pull that article up? I think it has it. It's strength 12. 5-inch
12,
blast.
AP3, large blast, running 4 up, Sunder Brutal 4. Yeah, this is the artillery gun that people are pining for, I think.
Yeah. This is 24 inches too, so it's a nice close brawler, but 24 inches is a good range. I mean, this is still sitting on a Land Raider Spartan chassis, so you're looking at probably 14 all around, except for what, maybe rear 13? Or is that the Cerberus is 13 rear?
I'd imagine it's 14 all around, but I have to double check, and I don't have the rubric
I think it
in front of me
is.
handy. But it's a Land Raider chassis, so.
Yeah. Things to note, this has got the same treatment that all the other 30K vehicles has, where it has all the sponson options now. It can take Volkite and las cannons and flamers.
Which I'm here for.
I love that has become the standard across all the 30K platforms.
And it just makes sense. I mean, if you're going to make a single sponson, template, why remove those options from other people, like from different tanks? Just do it.
You're talking about like how they did like the single sprue of sponsons. Yeah. Genius, right?
Kit.
Yeah.
With the plastic releases, they have done a very good job of giving us all the options.
I love it.
And it may not be every single option, but it is a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I'm hoping to see for like some of the, obviously the Sakaran variants are coming out here in the past. I'm hoping that like the Leviathans, that they might give us an opportunity to just buy the upgraded chassis or the upgrade weapon. I'm hoping so, but I could be wrong. I'd have to look. Maybe they do slightly different design.
Maybe, because the Sicarian ones are all just different turrets, right?
If I recall, yeah.
Yeah, I think the bodies are all the same. So it would make sense for them to just have the turret sprue separate.
Yeah. So, fingers crossed. So that's everything up to date to the 19th of December. So if there's other things that come out, well, guess what? We recorded it 19th. You already know what's up.
We're going to take a note out of Games Workshop's book and just say, as of this recording, this is the most accurate this list can be.
What do you guys want to see next year?
To follow on early in the next year, I would like to see the Cerberus come to plastic, right? I think it's an easy transition from the Typhon to just put another different front weapon sprue in the box and call it the Cerberus, right?
Sure.
I think that's what I would like to see. I want to see plastic bikes, guys. I really do. After your guys' White Scars episode you did, or I guess were either you on the White Scar episode?
I was, yes.
I was not.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were. You were at PAX, right?
Yeah.
So after that White Scar episode, like I want to do White Scars now.
That's cool.
So if they do plastic bikes, I will be doing White Scars. And I mean, I worked up and I got a little allied detachment of 4 bikes, jet bikes.
talking
4.
over the weekend. Allied
Yeah.
detachments are the way to go to
Yeah.
get your feet
I
wet,
love it. Yeah, that's one thing I'm most excited for. Yeah.
especially in this edition.
Next year, I think, is going to be my year of allied detachments.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to go through Imperial Fists, and for all of the Swarm Brothers, I'm going to do an allied detachment.
That's sick. Yeah, that's gonna be sick, dude.
So while I love all of these tanks, I have a lot of tanks already. So I'm really hoping to see some new infantry options. I want to see
Maybe
the assault
assault?
guys. I want to see what they
Yeah.
do with a Mark 6 assault. I'm curious what kind
Mm-hmm.
of backpack they're going to get or jump pack they're going to have on those guys. Well, obviously we know because they had like Dominion Zaphon, so probably something similar to that. But
Yeah,
uh,
that'd be neat.
Yeah.
infantry options. That's what I'm all about next year.
I would agree. I would love to see assaults, maybe breachers, right? Something like that.
Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't seen Breachers already. They're so quintessential 30k,
Sure.
and it seems like they'd just be an upgrade kit, like the special weapons. Just slap those arms on
yeah.
tactical marines.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm hoping we see those soon.
Same.
God, right? Like, think about how genius that tactical kit is, because you really could just
Mhm.
throw out an upgrade kit for close combat weapons, jump packs, and bolt pistols, and be like, "Here's your assault weapons upgrade kit.
Yep.
Here's
Extremely
your
modular.
breacher upgrade kit." You know what I mean?
So I don't think we're going to see the close combat variants on the same bodies, just
No,
because
the same bodies are very standard,
yeah,
or
they're
rigid in shooting. Yeah,
they're shooting poses. But I think we'll see a despoiler kit that's just like the assault kit, just with assaulting legs and the appropriate arms, and then we'll swap out the arms and backpacks to make assault squads.
Oh, you're right.
Or
Dude,
destroyer
yes.
squads as well.
And maybe they'll do it instead of Mark 6, like Mark 5 or Mark 2.
Ooh. I'd been assuming it'd be Mark 6. It hadn't occurred to me. They might
Me
just jump
too.
to Mark 2. You're right. That'd be a cool way of doing that. Huh.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But
I will say what I'm actually most looking forward to is seeing what campaign books look like. Because I'm assuming that's what they're going to go to next now that they've got all the Libras out.
Next. Do you guys think they're going to do campaign books, or do you guys think they're going to continue the exemplary battles?
I think both.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think exemplary battles are a good way for them to, slowly trickle out content for us, release the occasional new rules, new scenario, and show off some cool but strange units. And then I think we're going to see campaign books that probably aren't quite as encompassing as the black books were, but still cover a lot of content and give us more scenarios, more units, maybe like more generic units even.
I'm feeling Titanic is like when
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
comes out, and if they want to do like a new unit,
Yeah.
they'll use those campaigns to show off, a new, mass-produced unit.
The other big thing I want to see is the campaign rules updated, because Jess and I, we had just gotten into playing with some of the book 4 campaign stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right, just before the edition swapped. Yeah. And a lot of it still works. But it would be nice to see it updated in a new book, and frankly, in a book that didn't cost $100 new.
Yeah.
And with things like character upgrades and such that are written for the new edition.
That would be sick. I would love that, dude.
Well, here's hoping for a bountiful 2023.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. And there's going to be lots of cool new content. There's going to be some great stuff. If you're in Richmond, we got some fun surprises as far as events, and still doing that monthly Heresy stuff with more to come on that.
Yeah. As a reminder too, y'all, Nova 2023 is going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be good. You better get ready.
Yeah, we are psyched. And we are prepared this time.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a really good year for Heresy. I'm excited to see what next year brings.
So am I.
So I'm relatively new to the Heresy scene, so I'm going to ask both of y'all. Do you think that this is like the best the Heresy scene has ever been?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is
Definitely the best I've seen.
the golden age for sure.
Yeah.
Like there were cool times. Like I haven't been this energized and excited since Betrayal at Calth came out.
Yeah.
And that was when
Yeah.
I first got into it. And that's when, this, no longer being a super niche and really cool, unique, setup, but you would rarely see it
Right.
because it's so small. Like probably you'd see Heresy less than you would see freaking Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth. And that's saying something. Not saying that Middle Earth's really cool too, but you know what I mean.
We actually have a pretty good Lord of the Rings scene locally, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. But obviously our scene is probably different from other places. They're like, what do you mean? We've got 20 people show up for the Lord of the Rings over the weekend. A little bit different here. But that being said, just seeing well over a dozen to like 20 people show up for a Heresy night, brand new people
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
Yeah, I know,
with actual Horus Heresy models.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming 3 or 4 years ago. This is amazing.
It feels real great.
Yeah, and those muster nights are great for the community, I feel. I love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd say that wraps it up. Been about an hour and a half. I'm going to call it here, and I don't think GW is going to announce anything within the next 5 minutes. So once again, thanks for listening to the Remembrancers Retreat. If you enjoy this program, go over to Facebook and Instagram and follow us at RR30K Podcast. You can follow our website at rr30k.com. If you enjoy our episodes and would like to support us, go over to patreon.com/RR30K Podcast. And as always, we'd like to thank all of our Legion patrons. Damn it. Legion Praetors, Alex Self, Captain Sasquatch, Chaplanisar, Chris Mack, Gardner.Tree of Woe, Joe from Music City Heresy, Luke Rizzuto, Matthew Boyce, Michael Tisdall, Mr. Baldwick, Nicholas Quanga, Reno the Floof, Sar Luther, Variance Hammer, and Zachary Thompson. Our Legion Centurions, Aaron Maynard, Aaron Andrew N., Dave Jones, Duncan, Gore Crow, Life Subaquatic, M. Tanzer, Matthew Andriasio, Nick Hilda, Richard Bork, Scott LeMay, The Zoy, and Winter. And finally, our Legion Sergeants, Aircraft Terrier, Bull Therius, Dale Jones, Emily O'Hare, Eric Dacus, Garrett Lowe, Hard Fries, Jay DeSales, John, Jonathan Crane, Carl, Noah Atkins, at Fulsidax Monstrosa, and Travis Smith. Once again, thank you all for your support. We greatly appreciate it. And once again, if you'd like to be a member of our Patreon group, go over to patreon.com/RR30K Podcast, which also, by the way, that brings me to our Discord. We have a Discord. Link in the show notes. Will?
Yeah, we just wrapped up our Secret Centurion. It was awesome, dude.
Our International Secret Centurion thing worked out extremely well.
I had a blast, and I think everybody else did. I don't think we've had any no contact.
No one ghosted?
Nobody. No. And like I said, like you said, this was international. This was people from Australia, Europe, the States, Canada. I mean, all over. So, and everybody participated, and we've gone ahead and posted up everybody's photos onto the Instagram, and they look great, and it was super fun, man. I really enjoyed doing this, and we'll look forward to doing it again next year, probably.
Awesome. How many people was it this year?
It was around 34.
That's really cool. That's really good. Yeah. And nobody ghosted.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We got a great community of listeners, and we love you all.
I will say next time, just I'm saying it here, so it's said in the ether, it will be all done on Discord. It was kind of a little weird trying to juggle like Facebook, Instagram, Discord communication with different people, asking for requirements and that kind of stuff. So next year we'll be fully on Discord. So,
okay.
Just listeners, definitely check out the Discord. There's reasons to do it.
Yep. And the link is always in the show notes. And as far as I know, the link still works. So, all right. Well, guys, once again, thanks. It was a good time. Happy New Year. I'm not going to pop champagne or anything for New Year's Eve this time, I don't think. Last time I did that, 2020 began, and We're just gonna nope,
No.
don't do this. But we're gonna have a good time, guys. Stay in touch, and yeah, 2023 is going to be baller, as the kids say.
For sure.
Until next time, keep those dice rolling, and bye for now.
Bye.
Good night.